Hello everybody, welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is the Benjamin Bloom football channel and this is our transfer update, episode 3. It's been a little bit quiet on the transfer front. Obviously we normally do get a little bit of a kind of curve through the window. Lots of deals done early on. I think we're in the little bit of a lull at the moment, but obviously as more and more happens, things pick up and peak towards the end. It's never easy. We'd love to have it all evenly distributed through the month, but it's not to be, I'm afraid. So we've got a few to talk about, and no doubt as soon as I put this out, a couple of other ones will go through. First of all, Charlie Austin is back at QPR. We've had to delay this one to get some other deals through, to the point he's already played and he's already scored. Austin was at West Brom last season. This seems a wholly better fit. Slaven Bilic wanted to play one up top last season, and I just feel Austin returning to QPR, where if you can read the tiny writing in that screenshot, he scored 18 Premier League goals before going off to Southampton. You can already see Mark Warburton's put him in a front two, and his standing at QPR is just so good. He can go straight in there as a squad leader, and already seems to be the case for Austin. Great start for him. Still 31, so a good few years left and a good number of goals with his penalty box instinct. It's a loan deal. We know the wages are high, so I'm sure all Rangers fans will be hoping that they can keep him longer than just the end of the season. Reece Davis, do we call this some kind of a defection? Look, we don't put any of this down to the player, but we saw this type of thing last season, and by this type of thing I mean being on loan at one club for the first half of the season and then moving to a club higher up the division in the second half of the season. We saw that with Conor Gallagher, who is doing great things on loan from Chelsea at Charlton in the first half of last season, went off to Swansea, and that did weaken Charlton. Davis was on loan at Luton, a left back, although you would imagine with his boss being Chris Wilder at Sheffield United and famous for favouring a left wing back rather than a left back, maybe a slightly better fit. And for the player, great, because under Nathan Jones he will have been all about getting forward and being quick on the transition and that side of the game. And Michael O'Neill will sure as hell teach him how to defend. So Davis in. Stoke have had difficulty at left back all season with injuries. It's a good deal for Stoke and for the player, I think, as they push for the playoffs. However, you do have to feel a little bit when a player is shoved up the table and away from a club who have committed to him for the first half of the season. But hey, it's football. It's ruthless, isn't it? So good luck to Davis over at Stoke. By the way, before we go on to Ben Whiteman, we're expecting Jack Clark to Stoke on loan from Spurs to be done today. What day is it today? Thursday. But it hasn't gone through yet, and I have a hard and fast rule. We're not doing rumours here, so that'll likely be in the next video. What we can definitely put in this video is Ben Whiteman into Preston. It's been very busy at Preston. Mollenby in, now Whiteman in. Alan Brown has signed a new deal. So a lot of action in that midfield area. Josh Harrop has been linked with my team, Ipswich. And then, of course, the big links with Ben Pearson and Dan Johnson in that midfield position away from the club. So lots going on there before we even mention Ched Evans coming in on loan up top as well. But anyway, let's talk about Ben Whiteman, because this will likely be the most expensive transfer we've had in the window so far. 24 years old, midfielder from Doncaster. a significant undisclosed fee. I mean, we try not to get involved in undisclosed fees and guesswork, and my mate said this and his source is 10 people removed. So we won't get involved, but needless to say, well, we knew that Millwall had bid 2 million for Mollenby. I wonder if it's around that amount anyway. I just said we weren't going to get involved in guesses. A Manchester United Academy player, that's been a good outlet for Preston over the years, hasn't it? Picking up those guys who had worked at the Manchester United Academy. Of course, such a great place to learn there. Look at that, 200 appearances at the age of 24. Excellent career. Ben Whiteman is in the process. Often he'll go into Preston, and I do wonder whether this means we can now see a deal done by somebody for Johnson or for Pearson in those midfield positions, because we now have some new players, and especially with Paul Gallagher, excellent player, but 35, getting on in years as well. So good luck to Ben Whiteman at Preston, who are very busy in this window. Sorba Thomas, Sorba the Greek. Anybody? I love this one. Great stuff from Huddersfield here. 21 years old, Sorba Thomas from Boreham Wood, and they've paid a fee as well. You can see down the bottom there, he's going to go into the B team, but they did good work with Josh Koroma. I think he was Leyton Orient, so a little bit higher up the pyramid, I think. But great stuff, and look, sink or swim now for Thomas. Whether he can get near that first team squad, but Huddersfield playing some really good football this season, and good move for him, and the best of luck to Sorba Thomas. He'll either be in that first team squad or will be going out on loan next season. So all about how he now cracks on working up there in Carlos Corberon's setup. And busy as ever, and we said they had to be, didn't we? Nottingham Forest. 3 bits of business, and I think not unkindly called it a bloated squad all over the place after that summer where Lamouchi, well, on his last days there, lots of players coming into an already big squad. Well, Knockaert has been extended. That's good news. Obviously very familiar to Chris Hughton from their time together at Brighton, so there's a bit of a worry that they weren't going to get that done. And Nicholas Ianu has gone out to Aris Thessaloniki. Excuse my Greek there. Go back to Sorba the Greek and the last player. Out he goes. I feel a bit badly for him because he had a chance, didn't he? He was playing left back and he got red, straight red in a watch along we did Forest against Luton, and you hope players' careers don't depend on these sliding doors moments, but you wonder if he could have nailed down that place and, you know, had a really good career in English football. It looks like now back on loan out to Greece, and maybe he doesn't. So good luck to Ianu back in Greece. You never know. Could be like Marcondes, who'd gone out on loan from Brentford and came back and regained his place in the squad. Someone who's not going to do that, though, is Tendai Darikwa, who's gone to Wigan, who are down at the bottom of League One until the end of the season. I think that's a bit of a sad story, actually, because I think Darikwa had bad injuries, and I do remember in another time and place being at the City Ground and Darikwa playing really well for Karanka as Forest went up into second place. All could have been so different for Darikwa. Could be heading towards the Premier League with Forest, but the way it's worked out, he's had an injury. The managers have all changed a couple of times, and he's off to Wigan now. So good luck to Darikwa, and Forest expect more from them as the window goes on. I think more players loaned out and gotten away from that wage bill. That's the latest transfer update. Get your comments in on any of those deals. Just to be completely transparent, we're recording at about 11 AM on Thursday morning, so if a deal goes through after that, obviously it will be included in the next video. Get your feedback down below, and hopefully the deals speed up, and it's a big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.